Very cool. Okay. We have arrived. Of course that's not plugged in. Couldn't get anything out of that. You know, why don't we do it this way? Sorry, hold on. This camera's gonna be going everywhere. I had to move it. Okay. to go back around some of the little unpainted details that got painted over. So, just gonna get some thin down black here. Because yeah, she still has a bunch of stuff. Why is this wiggling so much? What's the I'm wondering if it's the tension on this cape. Yeah, it is. Sorry about that, guys. We'll have to fix that later. Okay. So, she has all kinds of little, like, adornments. Head dressy stuff here. Of course, I'll completely forget to paint it now that I'm putting black on it, but it'll be alright. So I'll zoom in here. I think I'll do red for all of the tassels and stuff. It's probably fine the way it is. Alright, let's see what else we're missing. The hand is still really obscure. Oh, all this cloth. I didn't know it was around its neck, but it's a piece of cloth. Alright, so get some light. Arthur's here sleeping next to me. Phone is still reminding me about my vaccine booster, but I had to cancel that since I was sick. I didn't want to, since I was sick for literally 2 weeks, right? I didn't want to feel sick again, so I'm just gonna wait a couple weeks or a week, you know, whatever. Either way. Not a big deal. Am I getting followed by a bunch of bots? I think I'm getting followed by a bunch of different bots. So this is one of the starter set minis for the 2-player Bushido starter set. So I don't know her name because it's very Japanese, but she's from the Ito clan, which is like the snake faction, the snake inclined faction, like the snake people, all kinds of stuff like that. And then another one which I need to repaint the base. I didn't like the way that I had split them. But like this is one of the guys and he has like a snake like face. So they all have, well, I won't say all of them, but a lot of them have ability, I suppose, is the best way to put it, or a trait called the Blood of Orochi, which is like snake blood, and it gives them powers throughout the game, and you put tokens on people, and you do certain things with it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so the starter box comes with 6 minis, so 3 on each side for the prefecture of Ryu, or the Imperials, as they're also known, and then 3 for the Ito clan. The other miniature for this clan is an archer, but that's not really enough to play a full game or anything like that. Hey Peter, good to see you. But the game itself isn't, well, you know how it is. It's not as expensive as other games like Warhammer or anything like that. You don't use a lot of miniatures per side, but it is very easy to just buy a bunch. So I'm just kind of building up these reflections on the serpent. I think her melee attack is actually just using the snake, if I remember right. That, or it was a ranged attack. Yeah, right. All of the newer sculpts from Bushido are really cool too. Like their old stuff just looks old. You know, there's no real good way to put that. But the new stuff is all 3D designed, good proportions. Everything's metal as well, which can be expensive. But you know, you don't need, like, if you're just collecting one faction, you know, $100 will probably do you just fine. But so, you know, some of the minis, like these minis are totally fine in terms of being metal slash like their level of annoyingness because they're metal. But others are pretty finicky. Some of the, I have the I have the Tengu clan, the Dissension. So bird people, bird demons, whatever. And some of them are kind of questionable in terms of like their swords and everything, just because they're so thin with katanas. But it's not bad. I didn't really think I needed to pin any of the minis. If any of them do come apart or break just from regular handling, then I'll pin them. Relatively clean casting too. Not super amounts of cleanup. What's funny is this one was obviously made off of a 3D print, and like there were shift lines or delamination across the bottom of the skirt, which I thought was funny. You know, and I mean, companies really need to get better about cleaning that stuff up before making a mold, but that's like Reaper with their Bones 5 stuff. They literally put out, I think it was one of the Giants has a printing support that got turned into the actual mold, which is funny, but it looks like it should be a piece of, it looks like it should be a piece of hair, so like it's not super obvious. But let me move this, hold on, because I can't see the chat here. Yeah, so last week, well, last 2 weeks to be honest with you, but I was super sick with some kind of stomach flu, stomach bug, something, and I think it was because I literally had been, like, over the course of a month and a half, I was on steroids for like 20 days, right? Plus whatever the steroid was, the IV steroid they gave me at the hospital. And anytime you're on a bunch of steroids, it, you know, suppresses your immune system, even though it's good for inflammation, right? But so I got sick with something, you know, lower, like GI something, and it made my life awful for literally 2 weeks. I mean, yesterday was the first day where I was like, wow, I'm actually like feeling normal. Lung aside, right? The lung thing is still off and on every day, but I think that's just gonna take months to like fully get past. So, you know, the schedule, everything's all messed up. I'm just literally not stressing myself about it. Like, we're just gonna catch up, and however long it takes is how long it takes. You know, I mean, obviously that kind of sucks, but I did have one person complain, being like, you know, when are we gonna do this and this? Like, it's just hard to know because, if, you know, essentially they were trying to say like it's unfair to a patron because they don't know like what they're getting for the month that they're signed up, and to be honest with you, I don't care about that type of opinion right now. So I mean, you know, I literally the worst health event I've ever been through. So, you know, if that makes somebody upset, that's fine, but you can just wait, you know, like our schedule will completely catch up, like it always does, so I'm not concerned. But I also just like stopped replying to emails, so if you've emailed me a question or something and I know that you could like find the answer yourself, which people have that have emailed me, I just don't reply because I'm not stressing myself out over stuff like that anymore. Stress directly correlates to my lung hurting as well, so avoiding that is number one priority. But so, I know I was thinking about what we were gonna do, but the Miniature Monday stuff and the store are for sure gonna be patron only. The store will actually probably update to be patron only very soon, like probably tomorrow after we do our Patreon lesson, which is gonna happen. The sets of minis for this month, if you got a bundle, they're heading out. They're heading out tomorrow. They're supposed to head out today and they didn't, but I'll have those dropped off tomorrow morning. And then the other bundle for this month, which will be, you know, announced or whatever whenever I update the Patreon. Those go out on the 15th as planned. That's pretty much what I'm working on all weekend, so. But it's been brutal, man. Like, it has been a brutal couple of weeks, so. Which, thankfully, this is, you know, the GoFundMe, even though, so like canceling the online orders and then sending back commissions was like $1,300. So the GoFundMe goal actually wasn't enough, even though I thought it would be. But that at least has helped where this month I don't feel like extremely freaked out to try and get everything going. But like if I was working a regular job or whatever, you know, I definitely would have been fired by this point, because I mean, no job is going to be like, yeah, you don't have to work for over a month, you know what I mean? So okay, I want to go a little bit brighter, but I think we're actually going to go in with some shadow colors instead. But we'll go a little bit brighter here with like a very light green and like a white mix with neon. Because I don't want this to really be like an albino snake, but I do want it to have, you know, shifty, shiny color. So next week we will have an updated schedule for everything. I will probably start doing the sponsored streams on Wednesdays, if not like more than just on Wednesday, right? Depending on what we have to catch up on. So, like, once we're all caught up on the Miniature Monday stuff and the Patreon stuff and, like, everything else that I'm good on, then, you know, we'll have some, like, dedicated schedule for it, but yeah, I was looking at them, and we've got, like, 9 sessions or 8 sessions or something, so we have a lot to do, so. Alright, so I made the head a little bit brighter there. It's always funny whenever I'm painting miniatures just for me, because, you know, I know that I'm using them for gaming, like, I don't really care if they look amazing or not, but that's always my attitude, like, I don't really care how fancy I make them, but then I always end up, like, focusing in too far on one detail, so, like, me hyper-focusing in on the snake is a good example, because all of a sudden I'm like, no, I want it to look a certain way. Not that it matters, but see, this is an entire portion of the snake right here that, like, completely got kind of skipped over. It's so confusing, the sculpt, because the snake tail is, like, wrapping and passing through her fingers. So let me take off the sunglasses here. Not that they're affecting anything really, but I can't see the shape of the frame. Distorts my far away vision if I'm looking at a weird angle. I need. Oh, they're right here. Just kidding. Need a lens wipe. Wow, that was weird. I thought there was, like, super glue stuck to my lens, but no. It's really weird. I feel like my sunglasses are crisper than these frames, but I have, like, lenses, I should say, but I have, like, 3 upgrades on these lenses. And I think that's just kind of part of the deal. Alright. So, okay. Looks pretty much like I was expecting here. So I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna get, like, horse brown and a wash. Yeah, this is the first time I've painted in, like, I don't even know. I've just been so sick. Somebody going a little bit redder in the shadows here. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I figured I would stream today. I almost didn't, but Shay guilt tripped me so much that I had to come do it, so. Kidding, of course, he didn't do anything. I was the one that told him I was going to stream today, so. So I'm not really going for, like, a golden color, but it kind of has that vibe. But there are multiple snakes in the forest. So, and snake people. Or actually, I don't know. Oh, no, there are multiple snake people. So, you know, I'll probably not have them all look similar. They'll all be like different snakes. No, Shay didn't do anything. He he was like, are you ready for your stream? I was like, no. No, I'm not. So the other thing with this face right here is that this is supposed to be like geisha makeup. So I think I'll probably like tint. Well, the problem is I didn't do the rest of her skin yet. But yeah, guys, I've been so sick. I mean, I hadn't. Yesterday was the first time I left the house in like probably over 2 weeks, and I literally mean like, you know, 15, 16 days. I mean, it's just been so rough, man. Like I posted too, right? I took a COVID test at one point because I just didn't know what was going on at all. Yeah, so Shay, those are like the only colors I have that I own, right? So anything I do is always going to be that. Get a little magenta. Because yeah, I think I've got like between 12 and 15 bottles of every color. Something around that. There we go. I like how the magenta laid in there. Yeah, this section that I'm doing right there isn't painted, but that's her hand as well. The figgy. Did she call it the figgy? Or did you say the figgy? Oh, sorry, I gotta move this, right? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I realize the music is probably louder than me. Oh, you call them that? Okay. Yeah, initially I had done the like control arc because in this miniature game, the facing of miniatures matters, and which is interesting too because there's another board game called Oko that I really enjoy, and they reprinted it and it's not the same, but it was like a war game but a board game, I guess. But anyway, facing was huge with that, and it's you know, like Japanese folklore, demons, samurai, all that stuff, ninjas. So it's funny, they're very similar in theme and they have the same idea, but so a lot of people will paint like the front half arc, or they'll denote like right down the middle of their line of view or whatever, and the left and right at 180. And I had done that by just painting the front, but I saw somebody else, what they did is they probably didn't tape it, they probably just painted over it, but they used their airbrush to spray the faction color, fading to black, starting behind the 180 arc, and I thought that was so cool. So I'm going to copy that. Steal that idea. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stop messing with the snake here. All jokes be had. I am going to go back and edit this right quick. Because I felt like that magenta kind of cut that off. Okay, cool. And then we do need a little bit of something up here, because that line is just too dark. Okay. A little bit more right here, kind of through the middle. A little bit more right here. Okay. Boom. Okay. So we'll like redefine the snake more if we need to, as I paint up all of the other little details. So we're gonna grab a auburn shadow before I do any red, because I want to do red. Actually, no. What? No. So I'm just gonna do clear. Wait, maybe not. Forgive me. I think I've just made 9 decisions in my head at once and verbalized 2 of them. Oh my god, what is this? Sorry, I got like 5 emails from eBay, but they're nothing. Okay, so let's do this. Man, I gotta tell y'all too. So if you've watched me for years, you know how much coffee I drink, and I am completely off of caffeine. Period. It's weird how it's happened, but it's just crazy. Yeah, how much are those command tokens going for? Because people had speculated that they would sell for maybe like $20, but I wouldn't be surprised if they sell for about like 30 or something. Should be looking right if you're gonna answer that. Let me see. First bit's 15. Yeah. Well, you'll probably get within that range. Yes, you have to let me know. I invested heavily in command tokens. I think I have 500 of them sitting around here. Bigly, very much heavy investment. Who needs a retirement when I can flip command tokens, am I right? Or have I made a mistake? I think those little jinglers are supposed to be bells around her neck. Thank you. Please put it in the Slack so that way the PM can also join the call whenever you tell me, and we'll have a meeting about that. And then I'll send that to the dev team, and they'll swing back around probably next Wednesday to give an update on their thoughts. And then we can have a secondary meeting, and we'll be done talking about how well the command tokens did. So. I'm practicing for project management job applications. I think that was a pretty good LARP. Okay, that's not gonna be enough. We need way more of this yellow in here. I just don't want to go pink, but if you have to, you have to sometimes. Yeah, we'll get back together next quarter and talk about a project that determines my employment. And if they're not satisfied, the contract's cut, right? That's how that goes. That's what's really funny, right? They like wait so long, and then they're like, hey, we're over budget on this. What's the problem? And you're like, yeah, I've been trying to call a meeting for 3 weeks. And they're like, oh, Not my fault. That was like today, Sydney had an 11:30 meeting, and then she's like sitting there waiting, and there's like no one coming to this call. And so after like 20 minutes, she's like, "All right, guys, sorry, I can't do it. Got too much stuff to do today. I can't wait. You have hit my waiting time limit for this meeting, so we will have to reschedule." Alright, so I think this is pretty much as bright as I can make this stuff before taking it orange. So, which is what we're gonna have to do. I don't even know, like, the wrap in the hair, there's so many little details here that haven't even been touched yet, but we're gonna have to eventually get there. But these minis aren't for anybody but for, like, me to enjoy, so I'd rather just have them done. Because other than like the one fabled game that Sydney and I may ever play, right? No one else is gonna see these. No one else is gonna care. So really, it's just kind of like me pretending that they might look cool. Okay, so this color's probably gonna be nice to me. If it's not, we will toss it into the river. Okay, I mean, that's fine. It doesn't look red anymore, but who cares? I mean, it kind of, whatever. We'll just go with orange. It'll pop on the purple, it'll pop on the green. So, should be fine. She has two metal charms that you can't really see, but they go up the neck there. I don't know if that's right, what I just did, so I need to clean that up. Of course, I complimented the casting on the miniatures, but that's a little whoopsie on that mold with what I know about metal. Man, it's so funny. I remember one time Reaper sent me this like first run of a miniature and it had a mold problem in it, and so I had to tell him about it, and like the people in the mold department were literally like in denial that the miniature had a problem until they saw the photos, and then they just shut up about it. It was so funny. So funny. I was like, hey, you guys probably should fix this before it goes on sale. And they're like, there's no problems. And then they're like, oh, whoops. But I get it, you know, people are sensitive about their shit, and I am. Here, I don't even know if I'm in focus, am I? Whatever, whoop-de-daisy. Alright, so then I'm just gonna grab a super light orange, which in this case means marigold yellow. Shocker, I know. Oh, you got it. Alright. Hold on, guys. I got something for you. Come here, buddy. Oh, God. Oh. He's so sleepy. Where are we going? Gonna go on the table? Nope, we're not going on the table. Oh yeah, Arthur's huge. You wanna go lay back down? You wanna go back on your glizzy? Here, there you go, buddy. Get in there. Oh, no, he's okay. I'm doing the long stroll into the bed. Big cats. Oh, hey, buddy. It's so weird how he sits in that thing. It's like a little half pipe shape, but then he goes into like a U bend. It's so strange. But both the cats do that. Tally does that too. Okay, we got the. Did I put Marigold? Yeah, I did. Wait, is that Marigold yellow? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. It's been so long, I don't even recognize the only paints I've used for over a year. Sorry. Over what? 3 years almost? Big cat problems? Yeah, huge turds. And he's a bully. You know, he's so big that, like, if I died and nobody knew, even if they found me within 24 hours, my nose is missing. That's how big he is. He's only going to ask so nicely for his food 18,000 times before he starts taking chunks. $18,000 may seem like a specific number, but when it comes to Arthur, we've counted. It's an everyday thing with him. Yeah, Sydney had to move all her new Gundams that she's built because he realized he can start knocking them over to get her attention, and that obviously is not good behavior. Okay, so I like that. I like the transitions on all the little fades on whatever her little chords and raps are. Up under the neck, I do need to highlight slightly like that before getting the metal color in there. Don't know what color again to use on her hair. And she had face paint, so like what I was doing is I was copying the face paint that they have on the artwork, but I think it's just too big. And remember, she's in makeup. It's like geisha face paint, so we're just gonna paint over this real quick. Maybe I attempted at a different time, but let's clean it up a little bit. What's funny too is like the underside of her so her eyes, the top lid is actually black, and then the bottom lid is magenta. So actually she has eye makeup on, which is something I haven't really attempted before either, but decided to go for. Just kind of editing the face. So see how I did the side of her temple right there? I need to do the same thing on this side, but it's not as obvious. Or rather, it's not as harsh of an edge. So I'm going to do it over here and clean it up. How about that? But that way we get a little bit more focus into the face. Okay. And then I'm just using a super light skin tone, dirty water consistency to clean it all up. You want the ugly face? We'll go in the ugly face mode. How about that? Oh my gosh, look at how bad it looks. It's so bad. We're gonna get out of this Zoom super fast. Don't worry. Yeah, she has like some hair got caught, like an Arthur hair got caught right on that left eyebrow, and I couldn't dig it out, and I was afraid to dig it out, thinking that like I would just ruin all of the paint or primer that was there. So, but again, gaming mini, so Nana Boo Boo. Of course, it is hot in here today, so everything's drying on me super fast. Oh, I have a loose hair. It's been so long since I've had a loose hair on a Da Vinci brush. Okay, so I need to shave down this a little bit. So the eyes match a little bit more. There we go. The front of her nose looks real wonky, so we're going to go in with that same color I've been using to kind of reshape everything with shadow. We're going to go underneath the nose. That still looks weird as hell. Maybe it's just the lighting that I'm seeing on my camera. Hold on, we're just gonna paint the whole thing and then I'll re-highlight it. How about that? I think that strategy makes the most sense. Oh, it is also the white balance on the camera too, if that's what's happening. We're talking about a difference of like barely any change in tone, so fix her eyebrow. So eloquently painted over that. Okay. Alright, so top of the nose. One of the sides, and make sure there's a little bit of an outline so we can actually see nostrils existing. There we go. Okay, so now we're getting into less, what is it, Uncanny Valley territory here. Okay. I think that helped a little bit. The mouth is still kind of messed up. Why don't we do... So I'm just picking up corner of the mouth. There we go. Yeah, her lips are a little messed up, but that bottom lip is a little bit shifted too far to the right. So maybe we go back and we fix that. Only maybe. Damn. No viewers, but then again I haven't streamed in 2 weeks, so it's not gonna notify anybody. God, I remember when it was like 40 people, 30 people. But it's alright. Oh, wow, okay. Fix the bottom lip without really intentionally trying. That's good. Now, her leg stuff she's wearing, with the artwork anyway, it's like she's wearing hose. So I'm not too worried about that. Why don't we do the hair wrap? I'm just gonna mix the red and the magenta down here. I don't know how much pigment's gonna be involved for real, but we'll just kind of go for it and see what we get. What's funny too is like, you know, I want to get these painted for like the first games we play, just kind of learning everything, getting used to it. Because yeah, this isn't even Sydney's faction that she chose. Sydney chose the undead faction, the Cult of Uri. Okay, so this gets really confusing in here. Sorry. Yeah, I'll have to look at the art to actually see like what I'm supposed to do in her hair in terms of decorations. I know that this is like gold immediately hanging from the side of her hair, but beyond that, it's kind of just guessing. Even though it does go up underneath the edge. So, now this is very tricky. It is a cool sculpt though. Give it that. So why don't I grab? Where's the like here? You know, whatever color we make that hose, I'll just reline around this little bangle there on her leg, so who cares really if it's messy. Easily solved enough. Now, is this guy gonna have anything? No, he's just a assassin-y guy. Look at the face though. Pretty cool. Good old Steinel wrist cracking. Gotta love it. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to start trying new primer because they don't make flat black Badger primer anymore. It's only gloss black now, so the love affair is over. Gotta find new primer. But honestly, I could probably just swap back to Vallejo and not really lose much. Yeah, that right eye is just a little bit off to the right too much, but not super duper concerned. So we still need to do the legs and then her hands and the remainder of that skin. But either way, I'm not going to push it too far today since today is like the first day I'm feeling better, really. So, after being sick for weeks on end, that is it for today. So I do appreciate you hanging out. Patreon people, just look for a post in the morning, or if you don't see anything from me, then after we do the Patreon class tomorrow, then I'll update and post whatever else I need to. And I think, even though I said I'm going to be switching everything to Patreon only, like the store or whatever, in October, I think I'll just lock the store page right whenever I update the September info, and then you'll just have access to whatever's on there. So, but that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you have a good weekend. I am going, other than doing stuff tomorrow, and I have a painting with Shay Sunday, I'm just going to try and relax. So, but I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. I got to scoot all the way around Arthur like a crazy person, and that's it. Oh, see you tomorrow. Wait a minute. Tomorrow's the airbrushing class? I thought that was 2 weeks from now. The 18th? The airbrushing class is on the 18th. Don't scare me like that. Why would you scare me, Shay? Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. And then, well, because remember, I also had to reschedule the other one. And that one is on. Let me see. Oh, okay, great. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing both classes because I guess I rescheduled it onto the 18th. So cool. I gotta fix that. I mean, guys, it's all so messed up. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say other than that. So I'll get it figured out. Because yeah, right now both airbrush classes are on the 18th. I mean, maybe I can make it work. Do one in the morning, one in the afternoon.